All right, what up? We back. The gang is back. We are here. I know we missed next week, but we are here last week rather, but we are here to talk about Raising Kanan episode 9 and 10. We about to run through it for y'all. You know, we're gonna have our nitpicks, but we're gonna get it in. Y'all ready to get into it? Introduce yourselves before we get it in.
What up, man? I'm June, ASG. Shout out to Hank Nation, Dope Ideas Media.
And name this week is number one Op Clev.
Number one
Op. Shout out to Dope Ideas Media. And shout out to T's, man. Shout out to Big Mama TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
All right, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and we about to get right into it. Okay, so I know episode 9 was like 2 weeks ago. So I hope I'm gonna jaw y'all memory back to what went down.
Right. Yeah, because I only seen each episode once. So
right. So I hope so the episode
you make amazing notes though, so I trust you.
Yeah, I got notes. So episode opens up with Marvin loading up. We see him at a van with Lil Rob. They loading up in the van. We wondering what Marvin got going on. And we see he pull up to look like Unique was coming out the movies to me. I don't know, with his son. But we see Marvin just spraying that bitch up. Of course, this is after Lulu was in the fire. So how y'all felt about that? Because at this time, just stay in the mind state as if you seeing this for the first time.
Okay.
At this time, we feeling like, damn, Marvin ain't fucking with Rock no more. He taking revenge in his own hands. What was y'all thinking?
I was thinking this was like impulse. Like he didn't need no permission. He was doing him.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga got to go.
And he looked real comfortable too.
Yeah, he was on go time. He didn't need nobody to tell him what to do. He was just and then on top of that, now I'm one of the few thinking, what if Lulu dead? Because the episode before didn't really tell you much.
Exactly.
So right. I'm thinking he doing this because Lulu gone.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. So
damn. I knew Lulu wasn't gone because I just felt like they can't kill.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't, but still, you know.
It would have been they're not above it.
Right.
But I just felt like they couldn't. So we did learn one thing though. We learned that Unique's car is in fact bulletproof.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's definitely bulletproof. So then we jump over to the hospital and we see Jess. She laying right by Lulu's side, making sure, being right there.
A real one.
So let me ask y'all this, because I made a mental note to ask y'all this. Mm-hmm. Do y'all feel like Jess really feel for Lulu? Like, do y'all feel like she loved Lulu?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know really...
I don't know if she's in love.
I'm on the fence.
I don't know if she's in love with what he can do for her and her brother, or if it's just a genuine affinity for him. I'm not sure.
Right. I'm on the fence with that too.
Right. That's a good point.
I'm on the fence. I'm still holding out because sometimes I feel like, for somebody that didn't really care, they wouldn't be by your side at the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's right there talking to his sister, making sure the first person he see when he opened his eyes. She barely wanted to leave when Rock asked her to. So I'm on the fence. But then we see Symphony walk in and he's checking up on Rock because apparently Rock ain't been answering her phone for Symphony. But yet again, Rock disses Symphony. And I feel so sorry for Symphony because it's crazy because I get it. I knew what she was going to do. When she first saw him and the way she walked out of the room, I knew it. I'm like, she about to diss him because all this is just too much. And he make her feel weak and she's going to diss him. Yeah. But I felt for him because it's like, he got your back. Like, a nigga come looking for you and you ain't answering your phone, care about you. So how y'all felt about that?
It reminded me of when she walked away from him the first time. It was like, I knew it was a bad vibe. Like when she walked out the room, I'm like, oh shit, it's a wrap. She about to leave him again.
Like, right.
But what should have brought her back is the fact that even when she dissed him and told him that he can go fuck 1,000 college bitches.
Yeah, she hold him this time.
Yeah, and he told her like fuck you. But after all that, he still let her know, hey, and tell Marvin Tony can't be trusted. That right there in itself should have had her like, you know what? It's some about you that's still you loyal though. Because he could have been like, bitch, fuck you. Guess what? You got some shit coming your way, but you got it. Bye. And let that be that. But he didn't. Then we jump over to Marvin. He in the van with Lil Rob after they done pulled the little lick on Unique. And finally, this talking ass nigga is getting his just due. And Marvin let him have it.
Poor little.
So that don't move me, man.
That don't move me. And we starting to see the ruthlessness of Marvin. Like now we getting to see all the what Marvin was saying and what he do. We getting to see what he do in these last 2 episodes.
Did it with ease.
Yeah.
So then we jump over to the hospital and Detective Howard, he's smoking his cigarette outside and he sees 2 guys pull up to the hospital meeting a nurse outside. They running the play. Mm-hmm. Well, he peeped the whole thing.
Right.
He peeped the whole little scenario. Oh, okay, it's about to go down. It's only one person in this hospital that probably got a bounty on his head, and that's Lulu. Mm-hmm. What did y'all think about that whole scene? Because they was about to try to pull some. I thought about if you know about how they did Maserati Rick. Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking about. Like they was trying to Maserati Rick Lulu.
They'll definitely about to get him up out of there.
He peeped everything, and I was like, okay, what is he gonna do to stop it? Because I'm like, he watching. I don't know. I didn't know until they got into the elevator what was going on. Like exactly. Like okay.
And it's like they tit for tat. Like they setting these plays so fast. It's like Marvin just pulled the shooting out on Unique. Now you got 2 niggas at the hospital trying to finish Lulu off. It's happening.
The very moment I see my man's with the New Edition cut, I'm like, something is afoot. I knew it immediately.
Can't trust that Bobby Brown cut.
Like I didn't know if they was gonna put. I didn't know if they was gonna give him some medicine or something. Or I didn't know at first until they got on the elevator and they was like, okay.
They was doing
They trying to fuck Lulu up.
So after that, we jump over to and this crazy to me because I know this is about to be a problem. But we jump over to the station and you got Nicole's parents there. Nicole's mom basically telling Detective Berg, hey, my daughter got these drugs from this ghetto girl. She's not a drug addict. She's never done drugs before. This ghetto girl just corrupted her, and I want her to go down for killing my daughter. And it's like, she basically saying, if Detective Berg, if you don't do something, I got powerful people that will. So I'll see it getting real ugly.
That white privilege for you.
That white privilege. I knew that was gonna be the case. I knew it was gonna fall on Juke in some kind of way.
Man, your daughter went from a lace blunt to a crack pipe. Sit the fuck down.
In like 2 days.
In 2 days. And I wish they would have touched on that more.
I still wonder where the pipe come from.
Man, that bitch is a vet.
A vet. Sad to say, somebody need to tell her that. Also, so then we jump over to the hospital again, and you got Detective Howard basically telling Rock, like, you lucky I still smoke cigarettes, or else, I wouldn't even, this Lulu will be out of here. But he also tells Rock, if you don't tell Kanan about me, I'm putting a warrant out for his arrest. He's gone. I'm picking him up, and I'm taking him in for murder. So he basically putting the pressure on Rock. Like, you better tell him something. And if you send any of your brothers, I'm blowing them away. So what y'all think about that? Because he's getting desperate. As time go by, he's getting more and more desperate.
Like I said, a desperate man don't got shit to lose. So if he make a threat like that, you better take it serious.
He like this, I'm dying anyway, so.
Right, yeah,
pretty much.
Hey.
Pretty
I'm
much.
playing with house's money.
It's a wrap for me, so I might as well go ahead and, but man, you can tell he's getting desperate.
Yeah.
I think Rock should have called this bluff. I thought he would have picked Kanan up because at the end of the day, you gonna pick him up. They don't know this, but you still need this bone marrow. You know what I'm saying? So she should have called this bluff, but she didn't know to call this bluff. We jump over to Detective Burke. She fucking with Juke, basically trying to get Jukebox to bond with her. She trying to identify with Juke over being lesbians and all that type of stuff. So what do y'all think about that? Do you guys see Juke and her, being close, or do you think you got that link where you feel like that's how Juke gonna be a cop?
Right. So to back up my prediction, I have to believe they're gonna end up being close. I don't feel it right now, but yeah, I'm sticking with my prediction.
I think she gonna die.
That shit weird. That shit weird to me, man. Like, it's just weird to me. I don't.
The whole bonding.
The whole bond. Yeah, she come from a gangster family who don't talk to cops.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be cool with a cop. I don't give a damn what's going on in your life. That's just something you don't do.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when your parents used to try to figure out the type of music that you was listening to when you was a kid, and then trying to try to make themselves hip and knowledgeable.
Your friend and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Sit your ass down. You
and she don't do a good job at masking like her really not even really caring about none of that. She really just wants Juke to snitch on everybody and tell her what she want to know. So Detective Burke. Okay, so then she also asks Juke about the blue caps being Kanan's, and she asks about D Wiz's murder. So she's on to a little something. She just doesn't know all the the
specifics.
What's going on.
She don't know the specifics, but she on to it.
Exactly. Then we jump over back to the hospital, and Rock and Marvin, they finally have they sit down, they talk, they reconcile. Marvin finally gets out to Rock like, hey, I'm a man. At the end of the day, I need to do what I need to do, and I don't need nobody telling me how I need to do what I need to do. She agreed. And what y'all think about that? Because I thought it was over. In the episode before that, the look in her eyes when she said, I don't want to ever see you or talk to you again, I thought it was over for Marvin.
It was refreshing to kind of see Marvin stand up for himself for a change.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Rock. Yeah, because Rock's word is the law, especially when it comes to her brothers. Like, they can't have no different opinions on anything, which we will see in episode 10 as a perfect example. We'll get to that though.
Yeah, definitely.
But going back a little further, when he saved Lulu from that fire, I said he back in now. He back in the mix.
Yeah. There's no way. And Lulu fucked up too?
Yeah. There's no way she's gonna keep him away after he did what he did, whether he survived or not. If he didn't survive, if Lulu didn't survive, she's definitely gonna need him. Right. And then if he was gonna be down for a little while, she's definitely gonna need him. It was just like a win for Marv. Like Marv saved his brother. Right. Got back in the good graces. And when they had that talk, he finally let it loose. Like, imagine your little sister telling me what to do. Like, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? Right. I got my little sister telling me what to do.
And he said he took care of them. He took care of her and Lulu when their parents was on that stuff. So he feels like, you should to me with a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad they reconciled. I don't like to see brothers and sisters on the out. So that was good. But then you get
she needs Marvin.
Yeah, she definitely needs him, especially now that Lulu barely can breathe. But anyway, so then we jump over to Juke telling Rock, like, hey, let me talk to you. This detective been coming around, which I'm glad she did that because I hate when people keep secrets. So I'm glad she told Rock, like, hey, this detective, she kind of hinting on some stuff she thinks she know. And Rock being the conniving and mastermind she like, hey, maybe you should be her friend. Matter of fact, I need you to tell her something, which she didn't say that in the scene, but we'll We'll touch on that down the line.
For sure.
Right.
So then we jump over to Kanan at the crib with Marvin. Marvin telling Kanan like, "Hey, your mom, she want me to give you a gun. She ready for, some action. He cleaning the guns and all that type of stuff with Kanan. They get to talking about music. And Marvin don't got no good music. He got them listen to some shit out the 50s. So he like, I'm gonna go in juke room and get some music.
At that moment,
What we
I
know
know
is
it's
that's
about to
the
happen.
perfect
Yeah.
opportunity for Marvin to go through juke stuff because clearly he wasn't looking for just music. If you got to be all in drawers and all that type of stuff. And we find that he finds some pictures of her and Nicole, which the pictures, I didn't see them like kissing or nothing in the pictures, but I guess the vibe was very telling in the pictures. And then he finds the tape. But I'm gonna cut that short. I'm gonna cut that short because I wrote it by scene, y'all. So we'll leave it right there for a minute. And then I'm gonna jump over to Bert at the station. She tells Howard, like, look, I've been talking to Jukebox, and I've been questioning her about stuff we need to know. And he basically tell her, like, look,
leave it alone.
I can't fucking trust your ass. It's over. I don't want to be your partner anymore. So I don't know if that split was official, but it looked like he went to go tell that captain, like, look, I don't want to work with her anymore because she don't know how to. She's not following what he says, and we all know his ulterior motives.
Right. She finding out too much on her own.
Exactly, and it's gonna fuck up what he got going on. Mm-hmm. So anyway, then we get into the craziest part of this episode. Juke comes and she sees her dad watching the tape. Well, he asked her, are you a female faggot? Some type of Lebanese.
That's Lebanese. The line. That was the line.
I said it earlier and I caught myself.
Lebanese. And I had to remind myself this is 1991. So it's not
as very taboo back then.
Yeah, it's 1991. So okay, it's a lot of stuff I can ask about this. Because we know how Marvin is, we knew he wasn't gonna be too fond of finding out that she was gay. But the things that he was actually saying about Nicole, saying, when Juke told her like she's dead, and he's like, oh well, she got what she deserved. Like she, you know what I'm saying? And he also blamed this on her mother's side. He said they got all the heathens and all that type of shit over there on their side. That's where she got that from. Mm-hmm. But what did y'all think about the things he was saying about Nicole? Did y'all think that was too far or expected from Marvin?
It's expected and too far. It's both.
Mm-hmm.
It's both.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely both. But it more than anything, it makes me excited for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm watching the scene. I'm like, he handled that totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
It was just, as a parent, totally wrong.
It reminded me of how Nicole mom acted towards her,
mm-hmm.
not as aggressive. Like she's not aggressive and not as Marvin, but it was the same type of situation. Nicole just didn't spit in her mama face, like
you
spit in Marvin's face, and that's when I was like, I knew he was going to slap her when she did that.
Let me get myself pat on the back. I am very observant because the last episode when we did episode 8, I'm like, we did the preview of episode 9. I'm like, when she was talking to the what's her name? I'm like, yo, she got beat the fuck up. What happened?
You did say that, and I give you that because I didn't even peep.
Hey, I'm like, yo, she got beat the fuck up.
Yeah, it did look like that, and I didn't even peep. So yeah, you did point that out. But after the spit came the slap. And then after the slap came a full-fledged fight between father and daughter that was like way out there because Juke really was trying to fuck her daddy up. And Marvin was trying to fuck Juke back up because I felt like then he saw that you trying to fuck me up and you not a nigga. So let me show you not a nigga. And he took that too far. And then I think when he let her go, he snapped and was like, fuck, I just beat my fucking daughter ass, almost choked her out like she was a nigga. And by that time, it's over. It's a wrap. She don't never fucking with you again.
Yeah.
It's over. And
I don't think that
what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think the relationship can be repaired? Could they come back from this?
I think it's a wrap. I don't think you can fix
it. It's a wrap.
Because Juke too strong-minded for that. No. I'm just hoping she
smashed her tape.
Yeah. When he smashed that tape, and when he smashed the tape, I said, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no turning back.
Yeah, that was like a sad scene for me. That was to go through that with your father and him to actually fight you. Like, I ain't never been in no position when my father put hands to me. You know what I'm saying? So to actually get beat the fuck up and choked out almost, yeah, I could see
how I'm starting to see how she became who she was as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, she went through some shit.
Yeah, she did. As far as mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
Then we jump over to Rock and Kanan. They had some type of outside under, like, somewhere real secluded. And Rock basically giving Kanan another gun lesson. She telling them what type of guns is the ones to use to put in work. She tells them the Glock is for work. She tells him specifically to hit a nigga twice where his heart beat at and one where he thinks. Then we also simultaneously between this whole thing, we see Unique rallying up his people. He telling them he don't give a fuck if it's a kid, whoever. All Rock people gotta go. Everybody. He giving his big speech. It's like he about to send them out to just run in houses and pull anybody out to kill to get next to Rock. Jump back over to Rock. And this is something that kind of made me very mad. We see Rock ask Kanan to kill Detective Howard because he's basically trying to take out everything they built. And the way she's doing it is like she's playing on his whole wants to
eagerness
be down.
eagerness
to be down. And I hated it because it's like, okay, if she was honest and said, hey, let me tell you something. I'm about to tell you some real shit. This guy, it's your father. But he trying to take us out. If you don't do this, you're going to jail. He already knows you did blah, 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 blah. Because then you put Kanan in a position to be, all right, I'm mad at you, but I still got to do what I got to do. Because if I don't, I'm going to go to jail. And then he can put it in his mind, it's fucked up, but at least he can settle with the truth. Because
how they did the scene, it made it seem like that she was talking to him about Unique, and I knew it from the jump. Like, she about to have this nigga shoot Howard, and it was she that lost her fucking mind.
I didn't even think it was about Unique. I just had a feeling that it was Howard. I
instantly knew it was the way she was gassing his head up like that. I'm like, I instantly knew.
Okay.
That woman is off her rocker.
Yeah. So then we jump over to Juke. She sees Detective Burke and she's doing what I feel like Rock implied to do, which is befriend Burke and tell her this little bit of information I want you to tell her, which is that the cops is in trouble, that Unique wants revenge for the police hitting his re-up. So basically watch y'all back because Unique is coming at the cops. She laying the whole play down. Mm-hmm. Rock goes to the church with her mom. This her alibi. She making sure she far away from this shooting as possible. We see Kanan We finally know what the jacket was for. We finally know why Lulu broke into the car, grabbed the jacket.
This is completely off topic, but I don't know why, but Rock's mom is giving me the vibes of old girl's mama from P Valley.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that vibe like crazy.
Me too. I don't trust nobody. I don't be trusting them church ladies. I swear I don't. I don't be trusting none of them church ladies.
Like she about to dime Rock out in the future, or she about to do something fucked up.
Exactly.
Much.
Yeah, I didn't trust her, but I just peeped the way Rock was laying the whole play down. Like she was making sure that she could not be nowhere near this scene, this whatever is going on. So then, like I said, Kanan, we finally see that he meeting Howard. I exposed it earlier, but he's meeting Detective Howard. He pulls on this jacket that we saw Lulu pick and grab from Unique's card in the previous episode. Put on the jacket, pulls out the gun. Detective Howard basically trying to stop him. Before he gets shot, he says, "Your mom is trying to set you up." Shoots him anyway. In the episode. We're going to jump right into the second.
Get right into the.
But before we jump into this next one,
okay.
Once again, he fucks this up. But go ahead. Everything he touches, shit.
He fucks up.
So immediately we jump right in, and it's so crazy. My first sentence says Kanan did not do as he was told, as usual. So we jump right back into it. We see that he shot Detective Howard, but as he was going to or was supposed to put one in the head,
he did not.
He got spooked. He just let the surroundings kind of creep him out. He's hearing everything, lights, street cars, all types of stuff. Gets scared, falls. Scrapes up his hands, and then we see him take off. We see somebody in the shadows, then basically peep the whole thing. So that when I first saw the episode, I'm like, uh-oh, you know what I'm saying? Who was that? Not that was all the plan though, I guess. We jump over and we see that Kanan runs over to the payphone. He's hiding. He calls somebody, tell him to come pick him up. And we see that person ends up being Scrap. Rock sends Scrap to pick.
Real nigga.
We see he got the patch over his eye, but he's still out here kicking from the last time we saw him because actually none of us thought he was going to make it.
I thought he was dead.
But he's still out here.
Well, when it happened, they explained, but yeah.
Right. He picks up Kanan. Police is everywhere. Police is every fucking where. If a cop gets shot, y'all know it's mayhem. So the police is everywhere, and Scrap is supposed to Scrap and Kanan pull up on Marvin, and they pass off the jacket. So when I first watched the episode, I didn't even see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. They pass off the coat to Marvin, and then they tell them to get off the street because it's about to get crazy. The plan was for Scrap to take Kanan to the church with his grandma, but because it's so hot, they had to switch over to plan B. So jump back over to the hospital. They wheeling Detective Howard into the hospital, and Famous and Jess is down there, and they see that it's Howard that's getting wheeled in, and they're like, "Damn, we gotta go tell Lulu." You know, am I going? Y'all want to jump?
No, you're good.
Okay, so they tell, he tell them like, we gotta go tell Lulu. That's that cop that, you know what I'm saying, we always see in the hood that's always fucking with us. So then we jump into the car with Kanan and Scrap. And Scrap basically telling Kanan, like, look, I don't want to know what you did. That's between but once he find out, like, oh, you hit a cop from Marvin, they start showing each other the mutual respect. What y'all think about that? Because I like that scene, just especially from where they started off with Kanan trying to fight Dog and all that type of shit to now, you holding
that
out.
That moment gave Kanan the validation he's been longing for this entire season.
Yeah. Absolutely.
From a nigga that was outside of his mama, somebody that's saw him. So yeah, I agree. So then we see that Scrap drops Kanan off the Rock. Rock is outside of Lulu's crib. We know Lulu's crib is all burnt up, but it's the last place anybody would expect anybody was there. So that's where they're at. We get to, Rock, she cleaning Kanan up, making sure everything went according to plan. She's questioning them like, you did what I said. You put one in the head. Of course, Kanan, he's so scatterbrained. He trying to skip past that. I did it. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? No, you didn't tell her what the fuck happened. Like, you don't know if he's alive or dead.
He said, I put him 3 or 2. I don't remember.
But he did. Yeah,
I gotta say something, man. I gotta interject. 2 sides, though. One, once again, fucks it up, not doing what he's supposed to do. However, we're talking about a 17-year-old kid, I believe. 17.
No, he's 15.
15-year-old kid, right? And you're putting him in a position to where you're telling him not only to kill somebody, but to shoot a cop.
Shoot a cop.
A detective.
And expecting him to be okay with it mentally. Like, you expect him to go through with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't personally shot anybody, but I can imagine if I did shoot somebody and had to stand over them while they're gasping for air. Like, that's traumatic.
Like, this is an idea Tommy would come up with or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's just Rock starting to show me that she's fucking losing it.
She's starting to show me that she is the show's bad guy right now. She is the actual bad guy.
This gave me another prediction, but I'm going to hold on to that to the end of the episode.
Okay. So then we jump over to Burke. She's now at the hospital. She's trying to go and see and check on Howard, but she runs into this cop, this black guy. Come to find out, they got a whole new captain because they captain and got shipped out because they feel like. Go ahead.
Fun fact: the actor that captain is from Saginaw.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's dope.
He went to Bona Vista.
No, he did. He did not. But he is from Saginaw.
That's dope. But we find out that their captain has been replaced because they feel like he's not taking care of business down there. So he then also tells her that, like, Howard got a lot of shit going on. And she ends up finding out about his illness. And she basically tells him, like, look, I got a couple leads. I can go check him out. He sends her on her way. We go over to Unique. He chilling because everywhere is hot. Police are literally everywhere. I don't know how big Southside Jamaica Queens is, but police are everywhere. So then what's Unique boy name? Do y'all know?
No.
About his main guy?
I know you're talking about, though.
I know you're talking about. But
his guy, we got to come up with a nickname for him or something.
Pussy Eater.
Pussy Eater.
Pussy Eater. Yeah, okay, that's his name. Pussy Eater end up, coming to tell Unique, like, look, hey, I know what's going on out in the streets, and end up telling them, like, look, a cop got hit, and they saying it's you. Immediately, Unique puts it together. This is Rock. She's setting me up. He don't know exactly how she did it, but he know that this is her. So he's smart. He's just not moving fast enough. He's telling everybody, hey, look, y'all go get off the street, stay off the street. I'm about to do the same. So then we jump over to Rock. She hides Kanan. She takes Kanan to the store, to Julia's store. Mm-hmm. And she's basically like, look, I want him to hide here. Cops come through here. You give him this tape, but you got to play it off. Don't just be too eager. Do all this thing. I didn't catch that the first time that I watched it. I didn't catch that she told Julia to the story that she needed to tell the police. I didn't see that part at first. But she's hiding Kanan in the back of the store. Then we jump over to Marvin on some 007 Grand Theft Auto 5 type shit. Marvin got on the jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
He impersonating the gas company, and he is at, it looks like a hotel or apartment building, basically like, look, I need to go upstairs because I got something to do up there. What do y'all think about this? Because this to me, like I said, this is what Marvin do. He's starting to see the real Marvin.
Marvin showing his worth. This was straight out of a mission out of Grand Theft Auto. I felt like this is him showing his worth and like what he can do when given the chance to
put in work. Yeah,
right.
And he played his part. So then, that don't mean nothing. So then we end up finding out Detective Howard he's losing a spleen and a lung, and he need lots of blood. At this point in time, we don't know if he gonna survive or if he gonna die. But right now they doing surgery on him. All the police is basically, the captain is telling the cops like, look, we want y'all to raid everything. We want y'all to check everything, pull people in off the street. We want to know what happened to Detective Howard. On the way from Lulu basically feels like, look, once he found out it was Howard, he got to go see what the fuck is going on with Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So barely can breathe. Lungs all burnt up. Somehow, some way, they get Lulu in the car and he on his way to Rock. On their way, they hear somebody in the car next to them playing the song of the summer, Streets Need a Body. Yeah.
Song of the summer.
Streets Need a Body. So, what y'all think about that? Because this song is getting places. Like, it's starting to, by next season, what do y'all think this song is gonna be?
I think the light bulb finally hit for Lulu. Like, damn, like I don't really fuck with this, but like it's starting to get big. Like maybe I need to listen to her and focus on him and try to get him together.
I don't think Lulu see it for famous. I think Lulu want to focus on the label, but just not famous.
Him.
Like,
because he said something in that car. Famous. He said something in that car like, yeah, but he not living like that or something. He said, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's anybody but famous. Like, I feel like
feeling famous.
It can be anybody, and I think that's probably gonna be the issue between Jess and Lulu, is that he just don't see it for your brother at all.
He see it in the music, but not famous.
Exactly. So then we see Rock. She shows up at the projects, the same projects where she's creating a 2-story, apartment shoot thing. So
nobody said nothing about that body in the wall. It just disappeared.
It got to be a show plot hole.
No resolve.
No resolve. That's a dead issue.
Literally.
Ooh. So Rock shows up at the projects to make sure she's trying to hide the product from the police because she know that the police is coming to raid the projects. So we get to finally see that the actual shoot is in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which is dope. I think that's a good hiding spot. Because I thought it was going to be in the wall like a laundry chute.
Yeah.
But instead it's in the oven. Okay, so then I want to know, how did Lulu get past all the police and everybody that was outside the projects to go talk to Rock?
That's a good question.
Lungs all burnt up. He got all the way to the 8th floor. Barely, by the time Lulu got up to the 8th floor, Lulu could barely even breathe. Wow. But still, somehow he made it. He might be like the burnt Batman.
Why did you do this? Looking at, go ahead.
And so outside of that, then we also see Marvin when he actually gets upstairs to Unique's apartment. We see finally that Marvin is about to place the jacket back into Unique's, and it looked like at first he didn't know where he was about to put the jacket. And then he decided, like, let me sit this in a closet. So once he set that in the closet, right when he was leaving out, Unique and his girls coming up the elevator. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sick as hell. Trying to get through this. Okay, so they coming up the elevator at the same time, and the door shuts. Give me a second. I'm losing.
Get it there. You'll get 2 seconds. Get it together.
Whew. I've been sick for like 3 days. Okay, I'm good. So as he's coming up the elevator, Marvin just hits the stairs.
Right.
So he peeps it. He almost sees it, and he thinks about it for a minute, but he like, nah, let me go in here and get my shit.
Right.
Yeah, he don't got time to think about it. So as we see Marvin leaving, I felt like Marvin saw them goddamn police lights up that overpass, but he drove up there anyway. Marvin drives up there, and of course he gets stopped by the police. Come to find out, he could have got away, but he got a warrant out for his arrest, which is fucked up because Rock is paging the shit out of Lulu. I mean,
another thing though, like for what you just said, like if he's not thinking that he's in any kind of trouble, he's not gonna see
why we turn around. Right.
Exactly.
Like, okay, all I gotta do is show him my ID and I'm gone. I'm
exactly.
Good.
Exactly. And I thought about that too, but I just felt like, damn, Marvin, just avoid them motherfuckers altogether.
Yeah, for sure.
But he ended up having the warrant, and then he gets took in, which is unfortunate because, like I said, Rock is paging the hell out of him because Marvin is supposed to be the one to pick up Kanan from the store to take him out of town, but Marvin's not answering. So then we jump over back to the projects, and Lulu basically cutting into Rock. What the fuck is you doing? You killed the cop. And she basically telling him like she got this under control, but she lets him know, hey, I didn't kill the cop. Kanan. And once she tells him that,
he loses.
Lulu basically looks at her like, are you fucking kidding me? You had your own son kill a cop? And the way I saw Lulu like question her and look at her made me feel like, yeah, she's like really fucked up because he couldn't believe it. He's like, what are you doing? Like
you put your own son at risk.
Yeah, you put your baby boy in this whole situation. Like, this is wild. So Lulu basically like, look, this whole thing is bigger than me. I thought this was about us. I've been rocking with you, but clearly you done lost it. So I'm done. I'm out. I mean, Rock basically told him, nigga, blood in, blood out.
Nigga, ain't no chilling.
What do y'all think about that?
I think he ain't got no choice but
to stay.
He got no choice but to stay.
But how did y'all feel? Like, did y'all feel like Rock was wrong?
Rock was dead wrong.
Rock is terribly wrong.
Like, you got Lulu, who's been loyal to the soil. He damn near burnt to death. He's listening to you. The very person that you're protecting, you're basically sacrificing him, establishing an alibi for yourself, even though she had something for him too, and it didn't work. But there was a possibility that this alibi wouldn't work for Kanan because you had a plan B. So you're putting your son fully exposed into a situation that could give him the needle while you're fully protected.
Protected, alibi tucked away.
Now, looking at that, if it's me, you protect your son like no other. If you would do him like that, you know what I'm saying?
I know you don't give a fuck about me.
You lost control. You have lost your mind by putting Kanan at risk like that.
And I feel like she knew that. That's why she got to telling Lulu, like, I'm doing this for you, for me, for Kanan, for all y'all. But y'all, I'm taking the sacrifices. She tried to explain that. But Lulu, basically, he was defeated by the time she got done explaining to him that your label is funded by drug money. What's yours is mine. What's mine is yours. He was defeated by the end of that conversation, which I felt bad because I feel it reminds me of Ghost. It reminds me of Ghost wanting so bad to go legit, but being pulled and reeled back into this.
Yeah.
Yep. So so then we see that Juke pulls up on Kanan at the store, and she brings him some clothes, and before that we see her get pulled over by Detective Burke, and the Burke is just giving her a hard time, asking her how did she know that a cop was gonna get killed. Basically, Juke says the streets. They let her go, and here she is pulling up on Kanan. But what was interesting to me is the conversation that she had with Kanan while they were in that back room. And she basically just told Kanan, like, look, you were scared when you killed Detective Howard. Well, you shot Detective Howard. Don't lie, nigga. You were scared. You're a kid. You're supposed to fuck up. This is what we're supposed to be doing. But because of the way our life is, we are making decisions for the rest of our lives when we don't even know who the fuck we are. All that just showed me how much of a realist Juke was. Like, she got the reality of what's going on better than Kanan. Kanan still thinking like a kid, and you doing grown up shit. Yeah. You're gonna be grown up. You have to think grown up. Juke gets it, Kanan doesn't. That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
Then we see Burke shows up at the store while they back there talking. And it goes just as planned, that the plan that Rock told Julia. This is where it all started to show to me, like, okay, even before when they planted the jacket on Unique, I'm saying, like, they got it. Rock had this all figured out. You're going to wear this jacket. You're going to walk past the grocery store. You're going to make sure they can see the camera the jacket on the camera. All this was planned out, even to the point where the crackhead was able to just see the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was well thought out. So that goes as planned. But Burke also says, oh, we're going to come back and make sure no illegal gambling or nothing going on in that back room, which I thought was petty. What the fuck? Like, what y'all need to go back there for?
They're making their own rules at that point. They haven't broke no laws. You got to have a search warrant.
Exactly. Like,
what I can have locks. All that don't mean nothing.
Right.
So then, Marvin never shows to get Kanan because, of course, we know he's in jail. When we learn that he's in jail, they tell him, like, oh, we got a confidential CI on you. And we learn, well, we already know, it's Tony.
Mm-hmm.
He learns it's Tony. So he's like, oh, that's who y'all got? I'm going to ask y'all something, but I'm going to wait till the end.
Okay.
What do y'all think about that? Even though we knew Tony was trying to snitch on Marvin, what do y'all think about it? Do y'all think Marvin gonna get out fast, or this is gonna be something that stick?
I think he gonna get out.
I don't think it's nothing gonna stick.
Yeah, he gonna get out.
They have no proof. He didn't admit nothing on that wire.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. So, and I think that's weird though. That never happens where somebody snitches on you or turns
and they pick you up
and they walk you out in front of the person you snitched on. Like,
yeah, and I was just thinking maybe they just don't give a fuck about Tony. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't care about her, so they would, I don't know. That's what I thought about that.
I thought about just maybe if they had they could have wrote it a little bit better and not let Marvin see her and let the audience see who it was and make it seem like Marvin does not know what's going on.
Right.
Because right now it's like, okay, who walks the witness out in front of the person they told on so we can put it together?
And I want to know, because when we saw them and with the outside of the club when they were watching the whole situation between Tony and Marvin, nothing happened. So how did they actually get something to stick on Marvin to get a warrant?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
I
don't think
guess we'll find out in season 2, but we jump over to Unique at the crib with his baby mama. He trying to get them to hurry up, get their stuff together so he can get them out of Dodge.
Yep.
I like this scene because we got to see, as Unique saw, like at the very same time of him, just the wheels in his head going. He goes in his closet to grab a jacket and notices, damn, I ain't seen this jacket. Pulls it out, and it's so crazy. Like right when he puts it all together, the police, they rush in.
Crazy.
And it's over. They like, you killing cops. We got your ass. It's blood on the jacket, which is fucked up because this could very well be Kanan's blood.
Yeah.
because of the scraped hands.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't point blank on Detective Howard, so it wasn't no blood spatter. So
Could be.
And they mentioned the blood, like the cop was like, "Oh, it's blood on this jacket. We gotta, we got the right person." So I think that's gonna come into play season 2. But then we see that Rock is back at the thing or whatever. The police, they raid the bottom floor that's under. Rock tells her man, when they get down from under there, give us a page. We gonna unload the drugs from up here and send them down. They do that on they raid 7. Then they send a message up. They go upstairs. Now this was funny as shit to me. When the police get up there, Rock got on a full moo thing, robe thing over. She got her watch still on, a face full of makeup, pretending like she in there cooking, and the police bought it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how dumb is the police? But it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And Rock got away with it. And it was successful. So I guess Rock's smarter than everybody. But we see that Marvin's still not answering the phone for Rock. So Rock has no choice but to call the only person that be in her corner.
Sucker ass nigga. Love making you do some dumb shit, man.
Sucker ass nigga.
Shotty said that. Shotty said that when we was watching. I told him I wouldn't have came.
Sucker ass symphony.
Oh shit.
But he has a relationship with Kanan. He did that for Kanan.
You know damn well he didn't do that for no motherfucking Kanan.
No, he didn't. But he pulls up and he picks Kanan up and he's getting Kanan out of town. And we see that Rock's plan, all except for Detective Howard, because then we learn after that, Detective Howard wakes up from surgery and he is alive. And they ask him, who shot you? What do y'all think for season 2 Detective Howard is going to say?
I don't think he's going to say a word.
He still needs that bone marrow.
It's leverage. So he can go to Rock and say, yeah, you sent him after me. All I got to do is say it. I need that bone marrow.
I need that bone marrow.
One or two things. He either not going to say nothing or he's going to realize what the play was all along and go along with it and say Unique shot him. To use that as leverage, as I know what you tried to do. And I could have dimed your son out.
Our son.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that's pretty much the same thing though. Whatever he gonna use whatever as leverage.
Right, but he's not gonna he ain't gonna say.
He still needs the bone marrow. Now this is something that I'm predicting. So as of right now, we know that Marvin is in custody. And we also know that Unique just got picked up. And he's going to be in custody. So do you guys think when season 2 starts up that we're going to see Unique and Marvin possibly in jail together?
I think Marv's getting out very quickly.
You think he's going to get out real quick?
I think Marvin's getting out really quick.
Yeah.
Like he's going to see a judge and he's going to get out of it.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no concrete evidence. And then I think for a cop to be shot, they're gonna hold Unique as long as possibly can. So they might have a run in with each other, but I know you never know. Like they let the witness run into Marv in the lobby. So yeah, ain't no telling, man. But you got to think this is the '90s, so it's not like it was like it is now.
Right.
So, do you guys have any what are your overall thoughts of this first season of book 3, Power Raising Kanan?
Okay.
I go ahead. I'll let you go first.
There was an introduction in the first episode, and it gave us a lot. And then it kind of spoon fed us the rest of the way until like the episode 6. Or how many episodes was this? It was 9, right?
10.
It was 10. Till about episode 6, and then you started to take off. You noticed a lot of people was complaining about it. The people that aren't loyal Power fans were complaining between episodes 2 and 4. They had issues with it because it was like it's just too slow. They wanted to see Tommy and Ghost hook up with Kanan, and it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the way it started was good, and I think it held its course until it's leaving us waiting for season 2. So I fucks with it. Like I like the way it went. I like the journey it took us on. There were some episodes better than the others, but I think every episode had its place.
Me too.
Damn. I think he kind of said everything I was gonna say. I did love the overall pacing of this season though. Sometimes, especially with first season, you kind of need that slow burn to establish storylines.
Yeah.
And I could appreciate that they took the time to, you know what I'm saying, let things build. So now we have this anticipation for this crescendo, whatever it's gonna end up being. But like all of the pieces are falling. I enjoyed the season.
I like the last scene where 50 Cent, where it was the last scene of Rock on top of the projects, basically looking down. Then we see her go inside, and 50 say that last line, like, you can't trust nobody. Not even your own motherfucking mama. And that right there.
Prediction time.
That solidified for me that she is a bad guy in this series. She is not like we are rooting for her because we like her, but she's gonna be like a character that we're gonna be like, we fuck with you, but you fucked up.
Kanan is gonna end up killing Rock. I'm pretty much convinced at this point.
I don't know if she is. I don't know if I told y'all this, but I saw something on like one of these other bloggers that blog about, the Power series. And there was in the regular series where Kanan was talking to Tommy, and he was like, just came back from visiting my mom's. Now that could be gravesite or his actual mom. So I guess time would tell, but he did say that.
But yeah, I'm sticking to that one. I'm almost convinced that's gonna be like the big blow off of this show.
That'll be the first mom killing in Power history. Because it's usually father son. There's no mother kills.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because she's about to she lost it completely.
Rock
that'll be the first mother.
Because I think Lulu, somebody gonna die by some shit that she do. I don't think she necessarily gonna kill them.
I think Juke gonna have to kill Marvin.
Ooh.
We making some predictions, baby.
Yeah, I think further down the line.
That might be what brings them two closer together. Is the fact that he killed his mom and she killed her dad.
That'd be wild. Like y'all both killed my
Nah,
parents. That'd be
That
wild.
might be that
nah,
connection.
That'd be wild.
no. That's a reach.
Well, we know in season 2 we're getting Jukebox Mom.
Yes.
And I seen somewhere that 50 Cent was talking about the show. So we also will be introduced to Breeze finally somewhere in season 2. So
Okay.
we'll be getting introduced to Breeze. He didn't say, because I guess so when Kanan started working with Breeze, he was old. I never knew he was always older than Ghost and Tommy. So when they started working for Breeze, he basically was like they big homie, and he was showing them the game for Breeze. So we probably won't get Ghost and Tommy until like
3.
season 4 or something like that. So that's the end of both episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. We're gonna try to see when we can get back to you guys to do this BMF series.
Oh yeah.
We got much to talk about with that.
Yeah, I definitely want to say some stuff about the BMF series because I got some stuff I didn't like. But we definitely gonna get into it. I'm gonna let the boys tell y'all where y'all can follow them at.
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook under June Whitfield. You can follow me under Dope Ideas Media on Instagram. Also, you can follow me on there under Dope Ideas Media and Hank Nation TV on YouTube. We got some new content dropping every day, so go check us out. Subscribe to Hank Nation TV. Subscribe to ASG Radio. We do interviews. We talk battle rap on Monday nights. So check us out.
But before you go, Clever, I hit Clever up on Monday. Like y'all talking about the battles, because I thought that he was a part of that show with y'all.
He's too busy nowadays. You know, he's Hollywood now. You have to book him weeks ahead of the time. I used to hit him up on a Monday.
I'm more like
jump right on. Now he's arrogant now. You can't get.
I'm more like Atlantic City right now. I ain't all the way Hollywood just yet.
Oh Lord. I meant because I wanted to tune in because I wanted to talk about. Did y'all talk about Summer Madness?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it, so I wanted to watch it, but I ended up missing it. But I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
You know, the next big card, I'm gonna invite you on the show. That if you've seen the card, you can just discuss it with us.
Bet. She absolutely hates Lou Castro, and we fight about it. But you can find me on Facebook at Aaron Clever Turner. You can find me on Snapchat. On Instagram and Twitter at This Is Clever Kid. Follow me on Snapchat if you're on the snaps at Clever1991. Also, exclusive news. I have just partnered up with ShopBattleRap.com and Champion. They just launched. Just like an hour ago, just launched some official Clever gear. So if you're looking to get your t-shirts, hoodies, all that thing, good quality shit. This is Champion gear. This ain't no Gildan ass.
Hey, don't hate on Gildan, dog.
They don't Gildan ass. Shop BattleRap.com. Get you some gear, man.
I'm gonna get me some too, bro. I'm gonna
appreciate it.
Oh, and Clever is Dope Ideas Media.
Shout out to Dope Ideas Media as well. I got too much shit.
You got to shout out your podcast. We got an episode of the podcast out.
Oh, man. First episode of the Clever Logic podcast is out on YouTube. Also is streaming on Spotify. We'll be streaming on Tidal and Apple Music soon as well. Man,
when you riding to work, cleaning the house, you ain't got to watch it. You just turn them.
Just press play. Put it on your Bluetooth speaker and press play. If you're on your way to work on that Friday morning, just press play while you're on the E-way. You know.
There we go.
And make
Thank
sure y'all
you.
subscribe to Big Mama TV, man. Damn. Send us some gear. Send us some gear. What y'all doing?
Share, comment, subscribe.
It's my fault. I need to be more active on my channel. I haven't been active as I should be on my channel. So, with that being said, I'm still looking for merch to promote and merch to do or whatever like that. But you know what? I'm just going to promote my own merch, and then y'all see that and y'all could just jump on board. So, with that being said, I'm about to get me some merch. So, look out for that. Also, I'm about to start doing a lot of different stuff with this channel. So, I want to get into interviewing, so be on the lookout for that because that's coming very soon. Sure. And just look out for a lot of different stuff that I'm going to do with this channel, and just little videos like the little Candyman video that I just dropped on my channel. Little stuff like that I'm going to drop in between a lot of dope stuff that I'm doing. So just check out little videos like that in the meantime until I get to the big stuff. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all check out all their stuff. Make sure y'all follow them. I'm going to put their links and descriptions down in the description board. And we out. Oh.